Everyone, and welcome to this lesson. We've been talking about the JavaScript iterators, the helper function API that makes it more precise and efficient to perform iterations over things like objects, arrays, and some other aspects of the language itself. And we've taken that to look at a couple of these iterators method as well. And in the last lesson, we talked about the take method, and we also demonstrated with an example of how the take method works, being one of the HEPA iterators API for modern JavaScript. Uh, moving on from that, rather, I just want to add one more example to show us how the take method can be used in different scenarios. So in the example that was given in the last lesson, it dealt with number, but this time I want to give an instance of how you can use it with string, or how you can use it with different scenarios and events. And what the example we are going to be looking at in this lesson is going to be focused on an idea like this. Like, imagine you have a list of people, like a long list of people, maybe waiting to get into an event or a club. But then the spot that you have to let people in is limited, and you just want to pick people. Probably maybe the first set of people that registered, the first set of people that provided their name. So in an instance like that, or instances like that, a take method is one of the viable way to actually handle it, as you will see that in the example that I'm going to show you now. So I just want to change this to mimic what you want to talk about. So imagine you have a long list of people, waiting to get into party, but you have limited slots, say like just 3 slots left. In a situation like this, take method can become handy. And let's see why take method can become handy in a situation like this. So just like the examples that we had in the last lesson, you know that the first thing is we need to first make the iterator. So I will make the iterator, create an iterator. So let me just call it any name. So I can call it like a waiting list. You can use any name that you want, and then pass in an array. This time I will not be using the from wrapper that you're already used to. So Charlie, just random name, David, Wedge. I think we have 6 now. Yeah, we have 6 names now. So here needs to take the quote as well, since it's a string. So now that I have this, now I have my iterator. Now I can now turn it, this array that I have here. Don't forget that this is an array, not an iterator, into an iterator. And so how do I do that? That is when I will now need my the from wrapper that I've been using in the previous lesson. So let's call this a guest iterator for the event. The usual way is that you call the iterator constructor the from wrapper, which will hold the value of what you have in this array. So it will hold the value of waiting list. Don't forget that this wrapper can hold number, it can hold string, it can hold array. So that is why it is very important to convert this array into an iterator. Now it has become an iterator. Now, we don't want to use the take method to just grab the first three names that can be gotten from the long list of names that we have. So how do we do that? So let's say admitted guests. Yes, let's use this name. I mean the people that will be accepted. So what do you need? You just pass in what is stored in your variable, guest, what is stored in the guest iterator variable, and then take. How many do you want to take? You just want to take just three from the list of people. And now let's now see how we can just output the results from this. So let me make another another variable, and then let me just store a string inside and call it welcome to the event. So now that I have this, then I can move ahead and loop over it. Don't forget the for of loop and call this anything. So I can use name, const name of what? Of admitted guest, because that is where the take method was used. And then I can say, okay, from here, I welcome message plus equals name. So I have this space because I want space between the name. Then I can move on and say, okay, let me get the output for myself. So documents, let's get elements by ID. So my ID is step 1 dot inner HTML. So this should be equal to welcome to the no welcome message, and I want a space in between, so I'll put a double quote. Well, a single quote is okay, it will work fine as well. And now you can see this welcome plus this is not working. The space is not what I want, so you can do this. Is it working? No, it's not. Which means that from here, let me try and maybe shift this. Welcome to the event. Oh, fine. So I finally gotten what I want. So now you can see that with this method now, you can easily pick the first three names that is needed, Alice, Bob, and Charlie. And now here we are. We've been able to successfully use the take method to grab the first three names from the list of this 6 names, and then we have the results. Now, the 3 things to remember about the take method. The number 1 thing is that it's lazy. When you apply the take method, JavaScript hasn't actually taken them yet. It's just a plan. The take method will work only when you start the for of loop. That is where to actually take the real value. Then stop early. Even if there are many people in that list, the computer will stop after the number of names that you want it to pick from there. So this saves power memory, and it's one way. So once an iterator gives you an item, once it picks an item from the list, then it is gone. So you can't go backward to it. So if you try to take a number that does not exist in your array, JavaScript is smart enough to give you all the C's and then stop. It won't crash and give you empty spot. So if I change this to 10 now, let's look at what will happen. You can see it just gave me all the C's name. It then crashed my program. So this is another example of how the take method works, and an instance of where it can be used in real life. Thank you. And in the next lesson, we'll continue and talk about